Sigma males are a lesser-known and less understood archetype of man. They tend to operate on a different wavelength from the conventional alpha and beta males. They bear a profound sense of mystery and uniqueness, owing to their unusual outlook of life, their individualistic nature, and their ability to stay off the social grid. These societal outliers can seem elusive and enigmatic to the majority, who function within the standard social structures and norms. It's in this context that the Sigma male is occasionally misconstrued as being a psychopath. This confusion arises from an inherent misunderstanding of the Sigma male's lone wolf lifestyle, their unconventional thought processes, and their lack of desire for social dominance or validation. Traits that might, on a superficial level, echo the detachment seen in psychopathy. However, it's crucial to understand that Sigma males are not devoid of empathy or moral conscience, which are definitive attributes of psychopathy. They simply choose a path less trodden, which unfortunately leads to such misinterpretations. So, what are the reasons that people tend to mistype Sigma males? Well, in this video I'll be discussing 7 reasons why people mistake Sigma males for psychopaths. Number 1. They are smooth talkers and can be incredibly charming. Sigma males and psychopaths share certain social characteristics that can lead to misunderstandings about their respective identities. One such commonality is their uncanny ability to be exceptionally smooth talkers and exhibit a certain type of charm that is hard to resist. This charisma stems from their deep understanding of human psychology and their adeptness at navigating social situations. The Sigma's aptitude for captivating conversation and influential presence often matches the persuasive eloquence associated with psychopaths. However, it's important to make a clear distinction. A Sigma's charisma is rooted in their intellectual depth, emotional intelligence, and genuine interest in understanding others, while a psychopath's charm is often used as a manipulative tool, lacking empathy or emotional connection. This nuanced difference can be challenging for people to discern, thus leading to a misperception of Sigma males as being psychopathic. Number 2. They keep a calm composure during chaos. A Sigma male's ability to maintain a calm composure under high-stress situations can often be mistaken for psychopathy. Amid chaos and despair, where most people might experience heightened anxiety and panic, a Sigma typically keeps a level head. They are able to sift through the noise, assess the situation, and respond with swift, assertive actions. Interestingly, this characteristic of unusual calmness is also observed in psychopaths. However, the key distinction lies in the underlying reasons for this shared trait. Psychopaths maintain their cool largely because they lack typical fear responses and often empathy. On the other hand, Sigma males stay calm due to their emotional strength, resilience, and a strategic mindset, rather than a deficiency in emotional response. Number 3. Their stoicism is mistaken for an absence of emotion. The stoicism often demonstrated by Sigma males can be misunderstood as an absence of emotion or empathy, leading some to draw parallels with psychopathy. In reality, however, this demeanor is not indicative of a lack of feelings or an inability to empathize with others. Rather, it is a reflection of Sigma males' preference to control their emotions, opting to maintain an external equilibrium irrespective of internal emotional turbulence. They have emotions, sometimes deeply so, but choose not to display them openly. This emotional restraint is often a deliberate choice, born out of a desire to avoid exposing vulnerabilities, and should not be confused with the emotional deficiency often seen in psychopaths. Sigmas prefer to handle their emotional world internally, making them appear reserved and unemotional to those who do not understand their nature, thus leading to misinterpretations. Number 4. They can be cunning and manipulative. Sigma males, like psychopaths, are often credited with being highly cunning and capable of manipulation. However, the key distinction lies in the intent and application of these abilities. Psychopaths frequently leverage their cunning and manipulative skills for personal gain, often at the expense of others, deriving a certain enjoyment from the power dynamics involved. Sigma males, conversely, don't necessarily act out of malice or personal gain. They may possess the ability to be manipulative, but they usually refrain from exploiting this skill impulsively. Instead, they often reserve such maneuvers for scenarios where they need to protect themselves, especially from people who have deeply wronged them, or in circumstances that demand a certain level of astute to navigate effectively. Sigmas are more likely to use these skills in a way that causes minimal harm, or as a last resort, differentiating them from psychopaths, who habitually manipulate without remorse. Number 5. They cut people out of their lives with ease. Like psychopaths, Sigma males do possess the seemingly cold trait of being able to sever ties with people in their lives with an almost clinical ease. This trait is often misinterpreted by others as a sign of lack of empathy or emotion, further contributing to the erroneous correlation between Sigma males and psychopaths. In reality, while psychopaths may disassociate from others due to a genuine lack of empathy, Sigmas operate differently. For a Sigma, severing ties serves as a self-preservation mechanism rather than a sign of emotional deficiency. If a person is deemed to have a toxic influence or disrupts their inner tranquility, Sigma men have no qualms about distancing themselves. This is an act of self-care and boundary setting, which ensures their continued growth and mental well-being. The intent behind the action is what truly differentiates a Sigma male from a psychopath. Number 6. They have an intense stare that can be intimidating. Sigma males often possess an intense gaze, one that can be quite disconcerting to those unaccustomed to it. This intensity is frequently misinterpreted as threatening or intimidating, further adding to the mistaken impression that they have psychopathic tendencies. However, this intense gaze doesn't originate from a desire to unnerve or manipulate others. Rather, it's a byproduct of the Sigma male's proclivity for introspection and contemplation. Their eyes are mirrors into their mental realm, reflecting the depth and intricacy of their thoughts. This intensity does extend beyond their gaze, as Sigma males can indeed be very intense individuals. Their focus, dedication, and passion for their pursuits often manifests as an overarching intensity, which can be intimidating yet fascinating to others. Number 7. They can be robotic in many aspects. Like psychopaths, Sigma males can exhibit what may seem like a robotic demeanor, particularly in their professional lives. They have the ability to switch into an intensely focused mode, shutting out distractions, emotions, and extraneous thoughts to concentrate solely on their work. This almost mechanistic commitment and dedication to their endeavors is unmatched by many, and they execute their tasks without complaint or fuss, often giving the impression of being emotionless. This characteristic, also common among psychopaths, contributes to the often mistaken association between Sigma males and psychopathy. However, it's important to understand that for Sigma males, this isn't a lack of emotions, but rather a conscious and strategic suppression of them, a tool to maximize efficiency and productivity in pursuit of their goals. If you agree with the points I made in this video, let me know in the comments. For more videos on Sigma males, check out some other videos on this channel. Thank you for watching. For those looking to achieve greatness, like the video and subscribe for more. We upload multiple times per week. Click here to see how Sigma males become cold-hearted.